So in this video I'm gonna talk about my morning routine and what I do from the first second that I wake up to the last thing I do in the morning. So I wake up at about 5 a.m. Not about, exactly 5 a.m. And then I think about my life for like 5 minutes, 2 minutes, because it's not every day that I want to wake up at that time, I'll tell you. So yes, most days I actually hate my life when I wake up, but that's kind of the point. Yeah, it can be so fucking challenging, but then you do it anyway. And then after I wake up, I go straight to my living room, take on my running clothes and my running shoes, and then I run for about. Right now I don't run that far. It's like 20 minutes, but the most important thing for me is that I get outside, I get my sunlight, and get my heart rate up. 20 minutes of running, back home. The first thing I do is I take off all my clothes and then I head straight towards the ice cold shower. I hate the ice cold shower, and that's also why I do it, because it helps you manage your anxiety. It makes you mentally strong. It teaches you that you shouldn't shy away from uncomfortable situations. Then I have a skincare routine. I know my skin is actually pretty fucked up at the moment. It's probably because my testosterone levels has gone so high that I'm in second puberty. But I can thank my morning routine for that and my lifestyle. Yes, and then right after that, I have my notebook, my journal. I write one page every single day in the morning. While I write this shit, I wait for my morning coffee to be done. I get my morning coffee and I sit down and work. My morning routine takes about 1 hour to 90 minutes, depending on how long I have been running, or life happens sometimes. But if you stick to that routine that only you have created, you can of course take inspiration from other people, but you have to figure out what really works for you. And when you have figured that out, you just gotta take action immediately. No procrastination, no overthinking, no excuses. Just get to it. The great thing about a morning routine is it really sets you up for success or failure. If you choose to be productive from the beginning of the day, when you wake up, there's almost a guarantee, 100% chance that you will be productive throughout the day. Maybe not the whole day, but it gets much easier to be productive throughout the day when you have already maybe had, 3 wins. 3 wins in your 1 hour within waking up. You have been running, you have been journaling, you have been taking the ice cold shower. So that the mental framework you create for yourself, the mindset you build from the beginning of the day is so powerful, because it compounds. It really just compounds. The more days you have been waking up and doing the hard work from the start, the easier it becomes to keep going. Because if you one day choose to sleep in and the next day you go all in, then you lose momentum. You have to have momentum, because if we don't move forward as young men, we move backwards. It's like you're standing, at the airport. There are these, conveyor belts type things that you stand on, and then they move you forward. Imagine when you lose momentum, you stand on this conveyor belt, and the conveyor belt is always going backwards. We as men, we have to be walking all the time, because then we move backwards. But if you want to get forward and move ahead, you have to run, and you have to run every single day, or else you stand still or move backwards. Push your limits every single day. No excuses. And of course we can make mistakes. I'm not saying that we're perfect. Realize when you have made a mistake. Analyze it and do whatever you can to not make that mistake again. Of course, show self-compassion because you have to be on your own side, because if you are not on your side, nobody is. Maybe your mother, but that's it. You are on your own. So you have to create your own path. You have to create your own routines, your own values. And I realize I'm going a little bit on a rant, but many of these topics just really bleed into each other. You can't really talk about one thing without talking about some other kind of self-development theme. So yeah, when you have this process that you keep doing every single day, it becomes so natural. The next step in the day becomes so natural. What's the next step after you have woken up running? What's the next step?
Cold shower. What's the next step? Journaling. What's the next step?
Working. What's the next step? Making your fucking food.
Healthy food. Then you eat your food. Then you work some more. And then you work out. Then you come home. Then maybe you have some real work.
You gotta earn your money, of course.
And then you come home. And then you have your evening routine where you come down, you maybe read some books, take a warm shower, stay away from overhead lights, and then you can fall asleep easily. And then you're rejuvenated, you are ready to attack another day tomorrow. Shit. And I promise you, you will never go back to your normal routines after you have been consistent with a very cutthroat, very good morning routine, because your productivity just skyrockets and you begin to think highly of yourself. Your confidence skyrockets. Anxiety is diminished because action alleviates all fear. Much of the stress we have from a day-to-day basis stems from just not doing the work and worrying about what might happen in the future. But if you just do the work to the best of your abilities, and I mean really the best of your abilities, not some kind of cope shit. You have to really work hard and prove to yourself what you're capable of. And when you prove to yourself that you're capable of so much more, that also compounds. And your capabilities just keep rises and rises, where in the end you will think that you are able to do anything you want. And you will eliminate your fears and anxieties and worrying, and you will be much more action oriented than just thinking procrastination oriented. I realize this video is all over the place now, but just know that your time is much more valuable than you think it is. If you choose to, because time will pass you by anyway. It's about what you do with the time that you have. And every single day you have you have 14 hours every day to make something great. Every single day you have 14 hours. And you choose how you spend that time. Only you choose that. Of course you need to spend some money, make some money. You need to make money to live, of course. But when your absolute essential needs have been met, then it's only about building yourself, moving forward, raising the bar, pushing your boundaries, building that business, whatever it might be. Just don't waste your time on stupid entertainment and content, and make it yourself.